I'll say this.
A lot of people just met him from the TV.
Yeah.
From Donald Trump, people are gonna do whatever it is, whatever it takes. And now
that makes people have hope, and it makes people start to see, well,
she felt like, oh, if they could gravitate, if they're going to gravitate towards me, you know. And if people watch that, if people see that, they could be
Can you
like,
believe that? Even the Pope is getting involved. All right, what's up, everybody? We're back on the Doug Serravo Show podcast, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. Miles Pinkay is back.
Yes.
Welcome back, bud.
Yeah, man, it's great to be here. It's a great day. Nice outside. It's perfect.
How you been, bud? It's been a while.
Been really, really good. Really, really good. I'm rested. Look, the past few days has been super hot.
Yeah, this is like
this
cool.
right here, especially sitting in the shade. This is really great. I love this.
Yeah,
you got your new setup.
I'm liking this. I'm liking the summer vibe.
Yeah.
Catching up on your sleep?
Yeah, not too much.
I know. Congrats, bud.
Yeah, not with this new kid. Yeah.
Congrats.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, how's it feel?
Feels great. The same and different at the same time.
Yeah. Two girls, and now you got a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
First son. I had a home run.
Yeah, you did. So last time we spoke, we were talking about, worldwide events, what was trending.
Yep.
And, we're getting a lot of comments on our videos. So I want to respond to one of them. I already did, and they stopped answering it. But I want you to be able to respond to it. Yeah, they stopped answering. They stopped answering.
Let's go.
I must be doing something right.
Let's go. Yeah.
So this is what I posted.
Around and say, oh, I hate Barack Obama. I hate Joe Biden. If I saw Barack Obama right there, I'm going to stand up, say, Mr. President, how are you? Let's sit down for a pod. Let's get to know each other. Let's talk.
I wouldn't mind talking to Obama. I don't agree with a lot of things he'd be saying, at least recently.
I'm not going to be like, Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump, get away from me. I hate you. I hate you.
We lost.
So that's what I posted. And someone said, well, this is something good. Shocker. They were like, the way you present is very impressive. I really appreciate the effort. Then someone else said, completely agree. Then someone else said, the problem is that both sides used to respect each other for the greater good of this country. But these days, it's not united we stand, it's decided we fall. And they just don't care what it does to this country, which is true, or how it looks to other countries of the world.
Yeah.
And then this is where I really got into a conversation with someone. They said, I somewhat agree, but you really don't think the president can have a positive or negative impact on people's day-to-day lives? It's great that nothing he does has affected you personally, but do you honestly think rising costs on everyday essentials don't impact the average American? I mean, the price of oil and gas affected me, but I don't cry about it. I don't care about it. It's part of life.
Like it's going down right now.
Yeah, it's going down. I paid $387 compared to 3 weeks ago where I paid $429. So
stop. It was at like $450 at some places.
Yes. So stop the hysteria, or that cutting programs for people who are already struggling won't have real consequences. I get the idea of focusing on what you can control, and I agree with that to a point. But a lot of people are struggling because of decisions that this administration has directly made. Just because something doesn't affect you or me doesn't mean it isn't a problem. That kind of thinking comes off as pretty selfish. Wouldn't you agree? So I said, I agree with you, but I more so believe in personal accountability. I believe local government and municipalities have more of an impact. I vote based on who I think can do a good job, et cetera, et cetera. And then I went on local elections. And then I also said, and he was like, I agree with most of your saying, but I think you're underestimating the impact the president can have on people. Then he went on local government, how it's more powerful and more impactful. And then he went on about the United States cutting federal programs that help people who need help. That's pretty problematic. It kind of makes you come off as a selfish POS that doesn't care about other people's well-being. So this is what I said. And they did not respond since. And then we'll get to Miles' take on it. I said, I get where you're coming from, but I don't think it's the government's job to take care of people. It's on us. Why can't you and I step up and start something like a local food bank in our own community? Why does everything have to run through the government programs like food stamps? To me, it should be about community. If someone's homeless, why is the first answer the government? Why can't people like us take responsibility and actually do something about it? People would rather spend money on themselves than other people. People would rather spend a nice Saturday at the beach rather than at a food bank and help feed their fellow citizens. So I said, there's no reason why we can't help our fellow neighbor. I guarantee half the people who complain about the president would walk past someone who is homeless and say, doesn't concern me, rather than offering to buy them a meal or offering to give them clothes if they're cold. That's my point. It starts with us. We have to stop relying on government to start relying on ourselves and our neighbors. So answer my question. What do you think is more valuable? A government program like food stamps or someone like you or myself buying a bunch of food for people who can't afford it? It's the same exact thing, but it's more impactful when fellow neighbors help the poor and the hungry.
Yeah, that's
No answer since.
That's actually pretty well worded. That sounds pretty good. I would say to that, like, it's always easy to call people selfish when you're speaking about like things outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Right? It's easy for you to say, well, you're selfish because you're talking for yourself rather than talking about the people, because I guess you feel that you're a part of the people, so I should be trying to help you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, nowadays everybody's selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a family, go ahead, be selfish, but when it comes to your immediate circle, your galaxy, like you're the planet in your galaxy that everybody rotates around. So once you take care of your galaxy and your universe, I mean, then you can extend that out to other people. But I think human beings do have a duty to each other. But I would say, I guess, depending on your status and how much power you wield, you would have some type of responsibility to humanity, but it's not your job.
Yeah, it's not your job.
It's completely not your job. You know what I mean? Like, this is the reason why we vote for people. This is the reason why we have people that represent us. Like, we can live our everyday lives while they take care of those things. So again, it goes back to, like you said, talking about local votes, all that kind of stuff. Every state is like their own country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The federal government, and I mean, once you make it smaller, they just worry about just national things. And
yeah,
they deal with international, you know what I'm saying? What is it called? Just foreign policy.
Yeah, I feel like that's the federal government's job.
Like we spoke about that on the other pod. The government, the GOP's job is to protect us from foreign and domestic threats, which we have a lot of domestic threats right now. We got a lot of crazy stuff going on inside the country.
Yeah, it's crazy times.
You have to deal with foreign threats, where we talk about our main adversaries, which is Russia, China, Korea, Iran.
Well, that's why you have the president.
Exactly. And then you have the free market, but then you have the government there that just regulates guidelines and rules and enforces laws to keep order and everybody in line. But we're in a time right now where people feel like, because they don't agree with a law, that they can go against it. And if they go against it and you lock them up, that it's a violation of their personal rights, where it's like, it don't work that way. You know, laws are laws. If you don't like it, I mean, go contact some legislator in your state or contact the people that are representing you and see if you can change the law. Get a petition going together, get enough people together and figure it out. But if you're just going to disobey a law because you don't agree with it, well, then, I mean, then we're going to open up another Pandora's box where people are just going to, all right, well, I'm just going to have a whole bunch of drugs because I don't agree with the law. Mm-hmm. Or I'm going to go and I can assault this person because, well, I don't agree with the law. So, I mean,
like,
you have to be selfish nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I'm going to help my family.
Yeah.
But to say, oh, you're selfish, or you don't care about people and the poor, I care about it. But I don't think it's the federal government's responsibility.
But how about this? What if I go a step further and say, okay, so what if I don't care about other people? So what? Then now what? Where do we go from here? All right, I'm selfish. So So you just called me selfish, and I don't care. Now let's move on. All right, I'm selfish. So what? The world's still turning, still spinning. And then guess what? Because I'm selfish, maybe that'll teach you to not be as selfish. You're gonna look at me like, oh, well, he's a scumbag because he's selfish. Maybe that's gonna change your outlook, and you'll be less selfish because I'm so selfish. So go not be selfish, because don't copy off of me.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Like, I get it. Like, of course, I'm going to take care of myself, but like, I feel like too many people, maybe it's this generation, whatever you want to call it. They're not, maybe Gen X, Gen Z, whatever you want to call it. Like, it feels like these people, they like so obsessed with the whole idea of, okay, the government, they're our parents. They're the ones that's going to take care of me, rather than me take care of me, or my family takes care of my family and myself.
I know.
Like, that's like the whole, like, why, how did we get to that point where everything is so glued onto the government?
I mean, I would guess when all these social programs came, I mean, they were a means to an end, like food stamps, Section 8, things of that nature. Like, you getting vouchers for certain things. It's, you know, even like when it comes to like medical and, you know, unemployment, these were things that were supposed to be stepping stones to help you do better.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a crush, and then you improve and you get off them.
Exactly. So these were only meant to be temporary things. And then I would say this is like 50 years in the making. Now, when we're at like the tail end of it, it's gotten to a point where somewhere we lost the plot, where I think nowadays people are extremely naive to what human nature is. And I spoke about this before, that the majority of human beings, we like to believe that inherently human beings are just nice. They're just good people. Majority of people are pretty decent people. A lot of people mind their business. They're not going out of their way to cause harm. And you have your outliers. You have a lot of bad stuff that happens, and you know that once you go into the world, you'll see the cruel things that happen in the world. That doesn't mean that every day that you walk out of your house, you're just going to see violence. I guess depending on where you are. But for the majority of us, you know, we would like to believe that human beings are nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think we forgot the plot that as a human being, being like the superior mammal, the superior species on the planet, sometimes we know too much. We're too smart for our own good. So therefore, we manipulate, we cheat, we figure out other ways to get around things. We lie. Like, what animal has the ability to kind of like do that kind of stuff? I mean, rather than like hunting and trying to be strategic when it comes to something like that, but like as a human being, the ability to have foresight and also be able to remember the past, and also while living in the present, not realizing that, you know, human beings, human nature is to just manipulate and not necessarily just cheat and just mess people over, but we're going to do whatever it takes to get by regardless of how we got there. So I think people are very green when it comes to what human beings are actually going to do. And whenever they try to explain situations, they act as if that's how it is. People are just good. Well, people are good, but people also are smart enough to figure out ways to get by that may not be the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think, you know, that is it's just a human thing. I think people need to realize that, you know, it's not just a right and wrong kind of situation with a lot of things that are being done. There's a lot of gray areas in between. I think people need to realize what it is. Life ain't what you want it to be. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Like, I don't care if you call me selfish. You can call me a whole bunch of things. You should see the things people send me based on my sport takes. You should see that. But it's the whole thing that, like, I don't think it, like the way this world is turning is like, oh my, like Trump having his UFC event, whatever he does.
They're going nuts over that.
It's a disgrace to America. Who cares? Why are we so protective and like where the federal government is supposed to be?
It's just Trump.
Why?
It's just Trump.
Oh yeah, it's Trump.
They honestly don't.
That's why they don't.
They
like
don't
it.
care about the ballroom. They were making a big deal about him making the water bluer in that by the Lincoln Memorial, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's what it is, but the
the
water
reflecting pole.
whatever they have, it's way bluer. And they were giving interviews to people, and people were saying like, "Yo, it's really, really nice."
Yeah, it looks
And
good.
then you got other people that are saying, "Oh, well, he's wasting money to
Who
clean up the
cares?
water." It's like,
Miles, let me ask you a question. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, why are you talking about death?" When you die,
okay,
how much are you gonna be worth
how much am I going to be worth?
when you die?
I don't think I'm going to be worth anything.
Exactly. You can't take money with you. Money, you could replace money. So, like, I don't understand why people are like so. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Not harping on
It's
it.
petty
But pettiness.
because of its own. Listen, I don't like to do whataboutism, but if it was Democratic president, they would be praising him and saying that's a good idea.
Yeah, I get that. I know it's Trump.
You know what I mean?
because it's-
If
it's
a
Trump doing what
Democratic
they're mad.
president right now was in power, the lot of all these people that are in the streets wilding out, they're just angry. They don't have jobs. They're just outside in the middle of the day, screaming and protesting, blocking people from going to their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I protest, that's fine, that's cool. But come on, like, some of this stuff is like, it's real hypocritical.
Yeah, some of this stuff.
There
is
are a lot of
insane.
double standards going on, and it's like, I know that if this dude was president, like if you had Biden, and Biden miraculously got reelected, and Biden said, "Yeah, I want to make a ballroom so we can have formal gatherings, parties, whatever they're called."
And Trump even said it. The supposed dictator says, "I'm not going to be around in 4 years. This is going to be for future presidents. So let him do it."
Not to mention, they showed a list of donors that were already donating to it, where he didn't have to take money from any taxpayers. Now, who's to say? Maybe that list is all crap. Maybe that list ain't, and maybe it's not true.
Yeah, they said they got tax breaks and something like that. Who cares?
But
Honestly,
whatever.
it
They
doesn't.
showed us a list of some donors. It is what it is.
It doesn't affect my life personally.
I mean, what we need to be wearing. We'll get into all that.
Yeah, we'll get into.
We'll
it.
get into it.
But yeah, this was a good episode. We have more episodes of us coming in within the next few weeks. So, any final thoughts on this discussion we had?
But this one here, right?
Yeah, we just had like the
Uh,
way people react to things, and you say, "Oh, I don't think you should worry about what the government does." In some aspects, of course, certain things they shouldn't do. But
I would say this: if we didn't have the internet and social media, nobody would be saying anything about anything.
that's a good
When
point.
I was a kid,
That's a good point.
I didn't have social media. Social media wasn't available
Chair
to
almost
me
took
till
me
I
out.
got into college. I mean, I'm a little bit older, not older, but we'll talk about that. But we weren't worried about none of this stuff coming up. When
No,
we got off from school, we came home, we watched our TV shows, or we went to go visit friends. We went to go play outside. We actually knew phone numbers by heart
yeah,
because we didn't have cell phones. We actually would just go to your friend's house and knock on the door. It didn't matter because that's just how it was. Like,
Yeah. I agree.
we had video games, all this other kind of stuff. We were playing.
No one
basketball.
cared.
Nobody cared what anybody else thought, because only people you cared about opinions were your family and your like really close net of friends. That's all you cared about. Now, because of social media, you have somebody from freaking New Zealand that could put a comment underneath your picture and it would bother you all day.
I wouldn't say this bothered me. I just
No, not
I don't,
you.
Don't see it.
I'm talking about
Oh yeah,
in general.
I get what you're saying.
People are very bothered by other people's opinions, and I get it, but that's the reason why everybody don't deserve a platform. Everybody's opinion doesn't matter.
No, it don't.
If you're not an expert in the things that you're talking about, then whatever you're saying is just your opinion. You need to have a what is it called, fine print of before you say something, say, well, this is my opinion, and then say your opinion. A lot of people are talking on the internet like what they know is what they know. Like, they talk about Donald Trump like they've talked to him yesterday.
Yeah, like they know his true intention.
Yo, this is
in
what
his
Donald
heart.
Trump is going to do. He's going to do this and do that. I mean, all right, sound good. Maybe he'll do that, but you don't even know this guy. You never even spoke to him. You don't know anybody around him.
Yeah,
You don't know nobody in his administration. You're just
Yeah,
a guy that
you just take the headlines and see what you see.
you see the same thing as I see, but you can make a better assessment than me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like Harry
ju-
fishing.
Yeah, it's just your opinion, man. That's nice. The internet is dangerous.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game.
It's a very dangerous game.
Dangerous place. But yeah, this has been the Doug Serravo Show podcast, which is brought to you by Unsolicited Role Models. The role models you may not want, but you may just need. Join us next week, same time, for another episode with Dougie and Miles.
Let's go.
See everybody then.
The Chiefs, 19 to 22, 22 to 19.
So that's all that matters.
That's how.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'll take it easy. I'll go with your number.
I'm not going. President, Vice President, Speaker of the House, because this election, whether it's spots with each front, or are you going to give to us, the fans? It's like, are we going to say?
So LaDalia was our first regular release. We did a lot of limited edition.
Your favorite one besides the one you sell?
My favorite cigar would be the
one team is trailing 4-0.
Subject. Let's take a defensive coach. So, listen, if Bridgewater can manage the game, and listen, play with a Michigan team,
And say Caitlin Clark is just like Steph Curry. That takes away the whole.
Dougie and Ray. Ray, how are you?
Fantastic, man.
What are you doing, Mr. President?